Well, hello everyone. Here is the promised video. The 2025 goals video. By the way, welcome to the video. My name is Brian, and every year I do a video with my goals for the year, and normally I do it at the end of December, but I didn't this year. It is now mid-February, and this is the second video I've made in probably 6 months. So now, before I get started, I want to bring you up to date because I know that these goals are going to sound unrelatable to some, and I want you to understand that I understand that. By the way, I currently make $16 an hour, just for reference, at my job, and I'm 65 years old. So when I tell you these goals, please understand that this is accumulation of the last 5 years. 5 years ago, I had nothing. In fact, I had negative net worth because I had a car payment and a credit card payments and no assets. So as I start the year, my net worth is around $330,000, okay? My first goal for 2025 is to increase that goal to $500,000. Now let me tell you some of the things that I have learned in my journey about net worth. It took me 4.5 years for my net worth to get to 100,000, and it took me less than a year to get from 100,000 to 300,000. And I think that has to do with the combination of things. Number one, the assets that you currently have continue to increase, your debt continues to decrease on those, and you learn a little bit more about how to build net worth. So do I think I'm going to hit 500K? No, but I'm going to do everything I can to get there. I think I'll hit 4, maybe 450, but I'm going to stretch myself. I'm going to try to hit 500,000 this year. Now my next goal is about how much cash I want to save this year. Now, again, I know this sounds unrelatable, but as I start the year, I have roughly $30,000 in cash. And by the end of the year, my goal is $95,000 in cash. Remember, I make $16 an hour. That's going to be a good trick. But again, do I think I'm going to hit it? Probably not. Mainly because of the next goal. The next goal was to buy 2 houses this year. I've already done that. Just purely on accident. It was not, let's go out and get our houses done for the year. It wasn't like that. I just fell into them. But one of the places that I bought is going to take considerable work, and so that's going to take away from my savings goal. So I realistically think I'll probably hit 75 or 80, but I'm keeping my goal at 95 because that will motivate me to not purchase things that I don't need. Now, when it comes to goals, in years past, they were all financial. And another thing that I have learned on my journey, my financial journey, is I've learned a lot. But one of the things that I've learned is if you build your wealth properly, then you will learn almost by accident how to become a better human being, how to be better developed, how to take care of yourself, how to improve yourself. And so my goals this year are going to reflect that. Now, the first 3 that I have given you have been financial. The next three I don't think are. As an example, my fourth goal for 2025 is to read 15 minutes a day. Now, I should say an additional 15 minutes a day, because I probably spend, I don't know, I'll probably spend 20 minutes a day reading my Bible. So I'm not counting that. What I mean is I'm going to set aside a regular 15-minute interval during the day to read something that I want to read. Now, as I said, it's February, and I started these at the end of December, so I have already read 2 books. One of them was Airbnb for Dummies, and the other one was a real estate finance book, and I can't remember the title of it off the top of my head. But the book that I'm currently reading is called President Garfield. I love reading biographies. I love reading about U.S. presidents, and President Garfield is one that I knew nothing about, have never studied him. And I just started it, but it's very interesting already. So, but read 15 minutes per day. In the last video I did, I talked about discipline. That's part of what this reading is, but it's also about broadening my horizons. The next goal, number 5, is also a self-improvement. As I said in the last video, I work out every day, or try to anyway. But all I do is lift weights. And so I've decided that this year I'm going to incorporate stretching into that routine. And I'm probably going to do 50-50. 50% stretching, 50% lifting. And I'll tell you why. The lifting is important to keep my body toned so I don't become a flabby old man. I'm already getting flabby and I hate it, so I'm going to try to keep that toned. But the stretching, and for those of you that are young, you won't understand this, but as you get old, your tendons and stuff shrink, and it becomes tougher to just bend over. As an example, if I find a dime on the floor, I stand there for 15 minutes debating how bad do I want the dime. So anyway, I've incorporated stretching into my exercising, and I feel a lot better already. And the last personal improvement goal that I'm going to have for this year, and I've never done this in my life, I'm going to try to do one fun thing every month. In January, my fun thing was I went to the bookstore. I love going to the bookstore, and that was really fun for me. And I've made a list of some of the fun things that I want to do. Go to Lincoln Memorial Gardens here in Springfield is something I'd like to do. Go down and see my son is something I'd like to do. That would be fun. But anyway, those are my goals for the year, and they're not all financial. As I said in the New Beginnings video, this channel is not going to be about purely finances. It's going to be about, yes, about finances, but also about becoming a better, well-rounded human being, financially, spiritually, personally, psychologically, emotionally, and always to become a better version of myself. It's sad to me that I had to turn 65 to get here. So if you're young, please consider some of these as your goals, and not just for 1 year, but for your life. These are important, and the older you get, the more you will understand how important some of these personal improvement goals are. Well, if you got any substance out of this video, please subscribe to the channel and like the video. I hope you enjoyed it. We'll see you when we do the next one. Have yourself a great day.